Okay, so this is how to set up the template basically for the Galaxy Automatic Business Card Cutter. So what we're doing today, we're going to do a business card of 85 by 54. So we've set up our business card, designed it already. We've given a bit of an overside to allow for bleed marks. So the grey area here is your bleed area, so don't put anything you don't want the machine to cut into that area. And then this is actually our trim marks, where the black mark is going to be where the cutter is going to actually cut itself. Alright, so we want to put it over in the grey corner. Just drag and drop it in there, and then you can do that all the way down. Done it quickly just to show you quickly, and then just make sure that both into the corners rather than meeting in the middle. It doesn't really matter about the middle because we've got enough bleed on this side. Just cut down to this be your centre line. So once you've kind of got all this part of it, then you can just do the usual and get rid of everything you don't need, size wise, margins, etc. And that's your business card produced, template produced there. So when you go to print it, or when you go to dupe, if you're having double side business cards, the best thing to do is print everything off page 1 first, and then flip them over and then do all your page 2s all together rather than duplex it, because sometimes when you duplex it, the measurements can, it might offset it on your printer. Some printers offset it if you're duplexing it, so it's best to just print all your top pages first and then put them back through again. Right, so it's exactly the same for all the other templates that you get in with on the USB stick. And yeah, and next time, and then when we go to print it, just make sure that we've got all our scales correct and we're doing the printed select area and we're not upscaling or downscaling it, because if you downscale it at all, then that can affect obviously the movement where the template's going to be and it won't cut right. Right, I'll show you on the machine. Okay, so we just run through the machine and set up on the machine. So in the box you'll find the machine, you'll find the kind of plate that just kind of screws in and clicks in to there, and then you'll find the waste tray and the waste tray just slides in there, and then your catches the business cards, just hooks onto there like so. Right. So the machine itself, that'll be the cover. It comes off just in case you've got any jams. This part here will pop up, this will feed in the paper. This line here is where you to find the center of your card. So when you're setting up your business cards, okay, you pop that in, that's going to be the center of your card. So these guides here, you can kind of adjust them, but you want to make sure that that's always the center. So if you fold a piece of paper in half basically, and just make sure that crease of the paper is always going to be center. So if you're finding that your business cards are off center slightly, just make sure that you fold the paper in half on the first one just to test it, to make sure that these guides are all correct. Those guides just slide in and out, and this one here is like a kind of fine adjustment. So we've done our templates. That was our template that we did, the template setup, and that was the print off that we've done. So we know when we've printed it off that our first cut's going to be at 10. So best one to do is print off. Just make sure your printers are all okay and all set up. The print was set up okay. But we just want to make sure that our cut, as you can see there, just there, top of the paper to the first cut is basically 10 mil, 1 centimeter. All right, so we know that there's nothing wrong with the printer. Everything's as it's printed off okay. So if this was out slightly, just make sure you go back to your print settings on your actual computer, and make sure that there's no upscaling, that it's been this print setting, it's been okay, and it's not gone like 110% or anything like that. All right. So when we put the card in, put the card in here, slide it. You can lift up this bit here, pop the card in. So on your what's called a mode changeover, so you'll see on the screen here that
it'll click through, and that's just click through all the different sizes that you're going to do. So we're just going to scroll through until it gets to 54. Okay, and then you can either press start as it's just one card, or we can kind of go through to, if we go through the other screen, okay, it can set how many pieces. So if we wanted to do it 20 pieces, 30 pieces, so that's 3 sheets, 4 sheets, 5 sheets, 6 sheets. Okay, so then you can put your kind of a stack in there of them. I prefer just kind of keeping it quite small, smallest that you don't need to go too high on that. All right, so we can go back down to just 10 on this one, because that's what we're going to do, 10. And then some of this will go into a bit more detail later on if need be. Okay, if you need to compensate the cuts, you can do all of those. You can kind of compensate. Okay, and we'll just go back to. Cool. Right, go back to the start then. So we've got a card in, so what we do is you press start, you can see it will cut. So as I do, I put the printed section in, because I know that's all set up correctly. Perfect. There's the card. I wouldn't do anything more than 350 GSM card wise this, and not laminate either on this one either. Yeah, perfect.